How to make deer hunting great again. I love this topic and I'm very excited to make this video. There's a few steps in order for this to happen. And number one, guys, is stop trying to compete with other hunters. I see this constantly throughout the deer hunting community. It's this person has this tree stand, I have to have this tree stand. If I have this tree stand, I'm gonna become a better hunter. If I have this type of clothing, I'm going to be a better hunter. If I do this, I'm gonna be a better hunter. Deer hunting comes down to you. How you interact within the hunting community is up to you. But in order to become a better hunter and to make deer hunting great, is you have to learn from the basics. You have to start out from scratch. And that's understanding deer movement, how deer interact through their daily lives. That's starting with scouting, looking for deer trails, looking for droppings, looking for browse pressure. You're looking for the type of woody browse this time of year, and you can even look for it in the spring and summer from the fresh green growth. You know, there's going to be chewed off as deer browse. Typically, where there's a lot of browse pressure, you're going to find a lot of deer droppings because they eat and then drop, eat and drop. Within that area, they're probably not bedding very far because they're going to bed in a certain area, they're going to get up, they're going to browse on daytime browse. And I learned this when I was 13, 14 years old, and I was with, we're scouting public land, and we look for droppings. We look for browse pressure, right? They're typically browsing and then bedding all within a couple hundred yards. So that's how you have to start, is starting in the woods, scouting, learning what deer do on a daily basis. All this combined, interacts with each other, and you have to start with that. Okay, you have to stop looking at other people. If you're a fresh, a new deer hunter, right, year one or whatever, and you see people hunting with these $400, $500, $600, $700 tree stands with this type of bow, none of that in general is going to make you a better deer hunter. You have to learn deer. And I have over 700 videos on this channel you can check out. It's going to help you become a better deer hunter with scouting, and if you're into habitat projects and all that good stuff, it's going to help you. But you have to start with scouting. Number two in all of this is please stay off of Facebook, especially these Facebook groups. You can go on Facebook, and I'm going to tell you what to do, but you have to stay off these Facebook groups. These Facebook groups, whether they're just general hunting groups or food plot groups, they will drive you insane because there's a million people on there. They all have different opinions and they will confuse you. You have to stay off of those groups. You can read them if you want, but stop, pretty much, I'm telling you, to stop listening to them, because I read through them, and I know many people that read through them and are actual deer hunters. If you read those comments and read those types of posts in there, they will confuse the average person. A lot of it is false information. You have to take all those groups with a grain of salt, okay? A lot of people will ask a question, and then that person will get bashed in that group for asking that question when it wasn't a dumb question. That hunter person, is probably just new to deer hunting and doesn't know, but then you'll get 50 comments on it and they're all bashing the hunter and all that, and it's really confusing on there. So my advice is to stay all those Facebook groups, kind of lean toward YouTube videos. Usually from the crossover is you'll get better, more informative videos from YouTube, and in general, general hunting information off YouTube. The next step in all this, guys, and this is crucial, is knowing your area's hunting potential. What you are seeing and hunting in Pennsylvania is not what the guys are going to be hunting and killing in, say, Illinois or Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Ohio. Those types of deer out there in the Midwest are way different than the deer we have over in the east side of the states, or the South, Georgia, Florida. In general, okay, Midwest deer are going to be larger than our deer here in the East Coast. Now, each area, okay, does have a mature buck. Each area is going to have a mature deer. And there's always that chance where you can kill that giant 180-inch buck you know, in a state where it doesn't produce, in general, doesn't produce large bucks. But I continuously see guys from a state or even a certain property where they get super depressed because there's guys in the Midwest shooting giant bucks, okay? You can't kill what's not there. You have to have reasonable expectations. And I see it all the time where guys are hunting PA and they come up with this goal of, I'm gonna shoot a 160 this year. I'm gonna shoot a 150 this year. The chances of that happening in Pennsylvania are slim. You know, let's be real, it's pretty slim. It can be done, 100%, but it's very slim. Stop setting your goal of inches, you right? Start looking at a mature buck if that's the thing that you want to do. But I'm referring to this as buck size, antler size, because this is what I see on social media. People are just depressed. They can't, you know, guys in the East or, you know, certain states can't kill what the guys are shooting in the Midwest. You have to have reasonable expectations. You have to know what your land's potential is. And if you don't like your land, you know, and there's nothing really there, then you either change things or you have to go someplace else. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, I have a lot of videos about this with your neighbors shooting everything and overly hunting your area, pushes all the deer off. It's just very situational, and it refers back to what I said in the beginning of this video is stop trying to compete with others. It'll ruin your deer hunting experience. Next step in this, and I apologize for saying it, it's but mind your business, right? Hunters are people in general are judgmental of other people. You know, one guy baits, right? He's not a real hunter, you know, blah, 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 right? This guy uses a crossbow, this guy uses a saddle, this guy uses a ladder stand, this guy uses a recurve, this guy uses a gun. Gun hunters aren't real hunters, they're the Orange Army, whatever. I don't care what somebody uses. You know, they can use a crossbow, they can use a gun, they can use a bow, compound, it doesn't, they can hunt on the ground, tree stand, doesn't matter. Each hunter is going to enjoy that experience differently, whether that's with a bow or a you know, hang-on stand. It's all going to be different. It's very situational to that person. And again, social media. You get on social media, a person kills a deer with a gun, he gets made fun of, he's not a real hunter. A guy shoots a deer from a tree saddle. Tree saddles are dumb. That's, you know, whatever it is. Let people hunt the way they want. End of story. The next step in this, in making hunting great, is a lot of times it's too late. And what I mean by that is people have private land. That's a huge thing these days, 2023, getting ready to go in 24. People want private land and they want to do habitat improvements. It's a great thing. That's my life. Besides family, you know, I'm not married, have kids or nothing like that, but I have nieces, you know, parents and stuff. Next to that, deer hunting and habitat improvement projects are my life. It's what I do all the time. I dream about it 24/7. And sometimes when I get to clients' properties, it's not too late, but it's difficult to change because they not 100% sure what they should be doing. So they watch a million different videos or advice on social media and they implement it on their land and it's just wrong, right? They cut trees. And the thing with trees is you get one shot. If you cut trees on your land and it's in a wrong area or it's too many trees and you make it too thick, it's very difficult to correct. It's going to take 20, 30 years before those trees grow back. So you get one shot at cutting timber. So unless you've had those situations where you have made those mistakes with cutting timber and learn from those mistakes, it's hard to get it right. So sometimes it's best to hire somebody. There's tons of different consultants you can hire. We do it as well, but it could save you a lot of money and cleanup in the long run. You know, if you make a bad bedding area, yeah, we can get a skid steer, we can kind of clean that up a little. Anybody can do it, kind of clean it up a little bit, fix some mistakes that was made, but it's easier to do it the right time. So this is just a general discussion how to make deer hunting great again, because deer hunting is very competitive these days. There's a lot of judgment going on and things, but let me know in the comments on the situation that you're in when it becomes involved with deer hunting? You know, are you having a tough time with it? Do you enjoy it as much now as you did, say, 10, 15, 20 years ago? And if you guys want to learn more about food plots, habitat improvements, give that video a watch right there and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.